wardrobe chicks. They'd go into the room and they'd find the socks they wanted me to put on. So I started hiding the socks. It didn't matter that it took an extra 20 minutes not to put the socks on for me. It was a source of, it was pride. You know what I mean?
And entertainment.
I was taking a stand. So then they started checking my leg. They started pulling my pant leg up. But the wardrobe chicks are great because they're just ultra paranoid. Like, they'll come in after you've just put a shirt on. Like, you got a pair of pants. You put a belt on. You just pull a shirt over your head. They open the door and go, "Are you going to tuck that in?" I'd go, let me get my pants down. But if they ask me twice, then I go out with it untucked.
Yeah.
And I think that's what gets them.
Yeah.
All right. Just taking
You sure prove a point there, Adam.
Making a point.
Yes. Uh-huh.
But anyway, I'm not taking any more of these Tylenol PMs. And no more booze at night. That's my new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Consequently, I was watching like a Little House on the Prairie at 3:15 last night.
Why don't you take up reading?
Reading?
Yeah, it's quite a hobby.
No, I watch TV when I get home.
I know.
Gets the juices flowing. Reading?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, which magazines? Talking about, you mean like books and stuff?
Yeah.
No. Ed?
Hi.
You're 18.
Yeah.
What's going on?
First of all, does Dr. Drew have a first name?
Interestingly, it's Drew.
I've listened to the show since I was like 14. I've never heard your first name.
Yeah.
It's Drew.
You've heard it over and over again.
Dr. Drew.
Yes.
And what's your last name?
Drew.
Pinsky.
Pinsky, yes.
No. Okay. Anyway, my girlfriend has told me about some experiences she's had in the past, and they keep popping into my head at weird times. And
What were these experiences?
well, like, getting naked in front of a bunch of guys when she was drunk, and
Yeah.
doing it doggy style.
How old is she?
She's 15.
11. She's 15?
Why are you with a 15-year-old?
Just because. Why does it make a difference?
Well, hey, Drew, something interesting. We haven't had this call in a long time, have we?
Which was what?
That sort of, thing that we've talked about before, guys when they're younger being sort of overly concerned about their girls' past.
I think we brought it up a number of times, but it's never been just asked off the starting block.
It's just not an issue that we used to get into it twice a night.
Yeah.
And we haven't gotten into it in a while.
Yeah.
Guys when they're 18 especially, and there's something about guys when they're younger, they're really concerned about stuff like that. And then as you get older, it's like, listen, I don't care how many years you're a whoring, honey, just fry the bacon and don't get fat. But she's 15, Ed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 18. Are you high right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's 15, and she's got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Chaotic
she's pretty chaotic, and you're kind of a screwball because you just smoke a lot of weed and date 15-year-olds. So, and then you want to pass judgment on them.
No, I don't want to, but, it seems to...
Yeah, but you asked her about this stuff, didn't you?
No, I didn't, actually.
She brought it all up.
Well, we were talking about stuff that I did.
Yeah.
I can't be,
You must have said something that pissed her off, too.
Exactly in her position.
I'm sure. So, Ed.
Yeah.
Are you in love with her?
I don't know, kind of, I guess. I don't know.
What grade is she in?
She's a sophomore.
What grade? What are you in? College?
No, I'm a senior.
You're a senior?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Listen, it's not going to last. So just enjoy yourself, wear a condom, and try not to think about it so much. And don't get high. When you get high, you start thinking about things.
Yeah.
Your mind locks on to weird things, and you can't let them go. It's true. When you get stoned, you get kind of obsessive about things.
Yeah. In fact, people who smoke a lot of pot, I have found, I don't know if they start out predisposed to this or if the pot really makes them this way, but they get severely obsessive-compulsive.
Oh, really?
Like doing rituals and switching light switches on and off. People are smoking every day. I'm talking about smoke for a long period of time. They get very obsessive-compulsive, and I don't know if they started that way or if they become that way.
I can smoke pot if I'm in a good mood, but if I'm if my girlfriend dumped me and I'm depressed and I'm freaked out and I smoke pot, I'll just go deeper.
Yeah, it's not it's not something designed to make one feel
better
that way.
Booze is, though. Booze is good.
Well,
Robbie?
Yeah.
You're 13.
No, I'm 15.
Oh, you're 15.
Yeah.
All right. What's going on?
My girlfriend was asking me the other day if there's any way that she could get birth control without her parents finding out.
How old is she?
She is 16.
However she wants. Any interaction with a healthcare provider will be confidential.
Oh, it will?
After 14, most states, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
The one thing she has to be careful of, though, is if she goes to a traditional healthcare system and uses, say, her insurance, the parents will get some sort of a notification that a payment was made.
Oh.
Not what for, and the doctor cannot legally say anything about what the person was seen for.
Yeah, but when he sees $29.95 at the pharmacy,
Well, the pharmacy you can pay cash at the pharmacy, but I'm talking more about in terms of the services rendered at a gynecologist's office or something.
I see.
But you can either pay cash for that or go to Planned Parenthood, or let the charge go through and just tell the parents that you she needed a pap smear or whatever.
All right.
Yeah, that's gonna be followed up by a few follow-up questions.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And 16-year-old chicks crack easy. They're not too smart with the line. They're like marzipan. Boom. You get the truth right out of them. Hey, Robbie?
Yeah.
You just go down to Planned Parenthood with her and get her some birth control.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Good luck, son of a bitch. 15 years old, getting a 16-year-old. That's a big deal. You know that's right there. You know what I mean, Drew?
Yeah.
15, like you're, I don't know, in the 9th grade and you're getting yourself a 10th grader.
Oh.
Well, think about that for a second.
It's whoa.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like 9 months, it's all the difference in the world when you're back. It's like when I was in 10th grade, only the like elite 10th grade guys even had a prayer of a chance with an 11th or 12th grader.
You know, there is a lot of developmental changes going on between 15 and 18. A lot. It doesn't surprise people to hear that a first grader is a lot different than a second grader.
Right.
A lot different. I was listening to my kids tonight tell stories, and I flashed on the fact at the end of the school year, they used to have these sort of picture books they'd tell stories about. And the stories at the end of last year, a school year, concrete, nonsensical, disjointed. Now it's like they're telling fairy tales 6 months later.
Yeah.
I mean, dramatic differences in 6 months in development.
Yeah.
That kind of developmental growth continues till 18.
Right. Not in our listeners, though, because they start smoking weed.
Well, they stop around
13.
14, you're right, yeah.
Brian?
Yes, sir.
You're 21.
Yes, I am.
What's going on?
Got a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
Okay. My girlfriend and I were trying to get pregnant, and we were not able to. She went to the doctor. Everything's fine with her. Now, I've been a drug addict and an alcoholic for about the last 10 years. I just recently started to get help.
What drug were you taking?
What do you got pretty much was my drug of choice.
So you were all over the place?
Pretty much.
Okay.
But marijuana and cocaine were my main one.
Okay, well, pot can definitely decrease your sperm count.
Okay.
And so can alcohol. So you have plenty of reason to have a low sperm count. Whether or not it would render you infertile, I wouldn't count on it, but it may have something to do with this.
You started up with this stuff when you were 11?
Actually, 10.
Oh, 10. Okay, that's different. That's
I just turned
perfect.
21, so I'm still used to saying 10 years.
Right. 10 is perfectly normal, perfectly healthy. I thought for a minute it was 11. So, yeah, it's an odd number year. Oh, boy. 10 years old. What do you start in on? You know, I always hear these stories like when people go, I started drinking at 7 or 8, but
It's pot usually.
What'd you start? Did you start drinking at 10?
Pot.
Started doing shots mostly at 10, and then
Of like what?
mostly tequila.
Tequila?
Tequila's always been my drink of choice.
At 10?
Yes.
You weren't smoking pot then?
That came a little bit after I started drinking on my own.
Like a couple days?
Couple weeks, couple days.
Let me tell you something. 10-year-old kids usually have difficulty with a teaspoon of wild cherry Robitussin. You know what I mean? You have to give it to them rectally because they won't stomach it. They won't put it in their mouth. You know, I thought you were going to say you had shots of like,
Boone's Farm.
I thought your folks had some like peppermint schnapps or something like that. But shots of tequila at 10, that's hardcore.
Alcoholism runs in my family also.
No kidding. Wow. All right, so now you're sober?
Yes.
You're
Almost 6 months.
And how long have you been trying to have kids?
For about the last 6 to 8 months.
Brian, wait a minute. What is one of the first principles of what they teach you in recovery?
And not to get into a relationship until you're a year sober.
Yeah. That would include a new child. I don't mean to be facetious about it, but really, you're bringing a child in the middle of the most difficult, you're adding the most stressful possible element to the most potentially difficult year of your life. And if things, God forbid, don't go just the way you expect, and this is a disease of relapse, bringing a child in the middle of that, you got to be kidding. So don't do that, all right? Okay. Really. I'm not. I was a little out of place telling you what to do.
Listen. I'm telling you not to do this like I would be telling somebody not to hold up a liquor store, not to drive drunk, not to commit suicide. This should be against the law. I mean,
well, I don't.
No. Hold on. Would you shut up, Drew, and let me finish? You got 11 years of substance abuse under your belt. You have a girlfriend. You're not married. You're newly sober. I mean, you're a few good, sober, hard-working, church-going years away from even thinking about having a kid. You just turned 21. I know it's like you were 21 when you were 10, but I mean.
We would say that to any 21-year-old too, by the way. Wait till you're 30.
If a 21-year-old had never taken a drink in his life and he was calling from Brown University, we would tell him to wait a few more years.
All right.
So definitely, Brian, do not take a difficult situation and make it impossible.
And just to take it back to you, it will sabotage your recovery. Your recovery will not. You can't maintain that kind of prioritization in your life and focus on your recovery in the face of that kind of thing. So, look, the fertility issue will probably take care of itself if you remain abstinent.
Thank God.
No, he'll be fertile.
No,
he'll become fertile.
I know, but I thank God that he's infertile at this point.
Yeah, well, now he's going to go around not using condoms because he figures I'm infertile. They told me on LoveLine. Look, you still got to use contraception.
Thank you, Bo.
Hello.
Bo, you're 18.
Yeah. How you doing?
Good.
My I was actually just talking to a friend of my girlfriend like last night, and she told me like some stuff about my girlfriend, and that like my girlfriend's been hooking up with some girl. Like I knew that they'd kissed once, but I just been out there like 69ing and stuff, and it's pretty crazy stuff. And like we're really honest with each other, and she didn't tell me, and so I don't really know what to do about that.
What makes you believe the accuracy of the person that's reporting this stuff?
Because she's her best friend.
And like, does she like you?
Yeah, like we're really good friends.
Before. Well, hold on. First off, that you got to look at it this way, Bo. What best friend, truly best friend, would say these things and potentially destroy the relationship of their best friend
without a motive?
Yeah, but.
Well, just forget about the motive. How can you be? It's a catch-22. How can you be someone's best friend and rat them out?
Well, you can weigh it out.
Because my girlfriend told me that she had hooked up with this girl before, but she never really said like the extent or whatever.
Okay, but this person who told you these things is highly suspect.
Really?
That doesn't mean it didn't happen. I'm sure it still happened. I just mean this person's highly suspect.
And by the way, your girlfriend told you she hooked up. What did that mean to you?
Well, no. All she said was that she like kissed her or whatever.
Okay.
And so.
How long have you been going out with her?
I've actually like been going out with her for like 6 months, but I was in Europe for 2 months traveling, so it's like 3 months or 4 months.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. She sounds like she's a little chaotic there, Bo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I mean, we really love each other, but we know like we're not like ready for like commitment to like marriage or stuff like that, and like we totally like each other, but we're smart enough to know that like we should like see other people first and like first see stuff.
Okay, you guys are going to open a bed and breakfast in Hawaii, and when you turn 25.
You bet.
Bo.
Yeah,
it's doomed, brother.
It's doomed.
Yeah, everybody has this thing, we're 18, we're soulmates, we should see some other people, but then we'll get back together and we'll work it out, and you go dyke off with this chick, and I'll see if I can nail one of your friends, and then, there's a lot of love here, and then we'll get back together. It never.
So should I end it now? Because I'm actually at college right now, so.
We're in school.
She's at home. What?
We're in school.
I'm at UCLA.
No, that's fine.
Where's home?
San Diego.
I think it's a good idea anyway when you go away to college just to leave those relationships behind, establish your sense of yourself with your new group of peers, new social environment.
Yeah. Just find some chick at UCLA. You know what's weird?
See those Bruins last weekend at Boise State?
Yeah, they killed them, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, why do they always do that in the Pac-10?
Put them up against nobody.
Yeah,
First
SC, UCLA, they always play some team that's like, junior college type team. They beat them 54-3.
But I think it gives those teams a chance to get in the limelight. I remember when
I understand that, but why is it always opening day? It's always opening day.
Listen, 5 years ago it was Tennessee, and people were saying that about them then.
About Tennessee?
They had many years of nothing.
No, I know, but I remember that game. That wasn't. I think Peyton Manning was playing on Tennessee back then.
But that kind of discussion was held. Like, oh, why?
No, that discussion was never discussed.
All right, let's go on, Kelly.
Well, wait a minute. You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I just had this interesting thought. Bo was talking about going to UCLA.
Yeah.
And I grew up around here, so UCLA is kind of one of the schools that was in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Talked about. Some people I knew probably went there.
Probably.
All that stuff. Not too many. Most of them clean carpets with me. But the point is, a couple of Jewish and Asian kids I grew up with ended up going to UCLA. But it's funny, whenever someone is off at college,
Yeah.
and they have some girlfriend back home, I always think to myself, oh, brother, you got to break up because this is an opportunity. You're going to be going to cake parties. You're going to be having a great time. There's going to be women everywhere. This is going to be the time of your life. Do not squander this opportunity with some long-distance romance. But when he said UCLA, I went, oh, forget it. Because I know UCLA. Like, yeah, it was like too close, and I know I wouldn't get laid in UCLA. I can't figure out exactly what's going on, but no, I just mean it struck a chord with me. It's like, oh, you're not getting laid. You're going to UCLA. That's close to where I live. I thought you're going to Kent State or something,
right,
somewhere way out of town. And that would be different. That's where you get laid.
Right.
Like, when I think about college-age kids getting laid, I don't think about getting laid at UCLA.
Because if you went to UCLA, you would have lived at home.
Oh.
That's the reality.
No, I think my stepmom would have kicked me out anyway, Drew. I really do. Ironically enough, she works at UCLA.
Oh, that's weird.
You know that?
I don't know that.
No. All right. Well, see. You learn something new every day. Drew, who we got to talk to when we come back? Dave?
Yeah, Dave or Renee.
Renee is 23, saw a murder 3 years ago. Mom wants her to go to therapy. Oh, hold on just 1 second. Renee?
Yes.
You saw a murder?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone you know?
Yes, it was.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, hang on.
Okay.
It's good radio. I know it's bad for Renee, but we'll talk to her about that after this.
Football is a game of choices. Each week, your favorite team makes decisions that will help them come out winners. Sometimes the winning choice isn't always the big play. Sometimes it's as simple as handing the ball off to a teammate and letting him run with it. The next time you attend a game and decide to drink, make the right choice. Hand your keys off to a designated driver or find an alternate way home. Make the right call and play it safe. This message furnished by the National Football League.
Love 191. Operators are standing by. LoveLine will be back in a minute.
We're not keeping you up, are we?
I'm pitching a tent.
Oh, that's good. It's LoveLine.
WBN.
Now we overwork.
Huh?
Now we overwork to compensate.
Is that what we do? I don't know.
You don't like it. I like it.
Drew likes to work, everybody. That makes you a geek, man. Makes me cool that I like to lounge. Hey, it's the LoveLine. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. All right, where were we?
Renee.
Oh, yeah. Renee,
Yes.
you witnessed a murder 3 years ago.
Yes.
Who was the person who was murdered?
My friend's boyfriend.
What happened?
He was shot. I was supposed to meet someone by the park, and I had just left them. They were sitting in the car by the park just talking. And I was sitting about 50 feet away, and a van pulled up, and like 4 guys got out of the van and just started shooting the car up.
Did they think was this mistaken identity or something, or
I don't know.
nobody knows?
Well, I mean, I don't know what they've come up with now, but
Was it a gang-related thing?
think it was more of a mafia.
Was your friend's boyfriend involved with something?
I don't know.
Well,
Let's
did
assume.
he wear a pinky ring? Now, put it this way. I know you're worried about yourself or whatever. You know, there's sort of two types of people who get shot. There's the type of people who get shot where it's a total surprise.
Random.
And then there's the type of person who gets shot where you go, yeah, I could see him being one of those kind of guys who get shot.
Yeah.
Was he one of those kind of guys who get shot?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, okay. What about your girlfriend?
She is not usually involved in stuff like that.
I know, but she was in the car with him?
Yeah, she didn't get hit. It was like targeted to not hit her.
But she was in the front seat with him.
Yeah, she was, when we went to the car after they pulled away, she was curled up in the like on the floor of the passenger side.
Oh, I'm sure she needs some therapy. So this is basically like a hit, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And you had just gotten out of the car?
I was just talking to them. I wasn't in the car.
You were talking to him outside of the car.
Uh-huh.
And what were you doing?
I was going to meet another friend down the block. I was only, we were at a park.
I see.
And I was just probably about 50 feet, maybe 100 feet away from them.
Oh, boy. All right. So what's your question now?
Well, I mean, I never went to therapy after that happened. And everybody was telling me that I should go, but I don't understand, what they can do for me. What is, what does
Well,
it do?
it depends what's happening to you as a result of this. What kind of symptoms are you having?
Well, I can't hear loud noises.
Yeah.
I hate 4th of July.
Right. How long ago did this happen?
3 years ago.
How about Easter? No, you're all
Bunny
right.
Rabbit's okay.
I mean, this is you probably have some version of a post-traumatic stress disorder, and indeed.
But they're supposed to get at that in the first 20 minutes or something, right?
Well, the medications and there are sort of various behavioral things that they can do. There's ways to help you with that if you're having symptoms that are really bothersome to you. That would make it worthwhile taking a medication to try to manage that.
Mm-hmm.
And then having a connection with a therapist can help you experience things in a safe way that you might not otherwise be able to experience. And as you experience them, potentially you could grow through them and find new ways to manage those feelings. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Well, listen, as the old Jewish enema joke goes, it couldn't hoit. I mean, so you go to a therapist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you solve a problem or two. I mean, who cares? I go to a therapist. I never saw any of my friends get shot. It's not a prerequisite.
I'm just trying to calculate in my head how many years you'd actually have to go that if you had.
If I had?
18 years?
Yeah, I'd probably have to go 3 years after I died. My therapist's going to have to show up at my grave. I should make a deal with him. That'd be a cool, eccentric, rich guy move, wouldn't it?
Pay him off to continue.
Listen, I'm going to pay you for 3 years of therapy. Here's the provision.
You must come.
You must show up at the grave and provide therapy for me in the afterlife. Listen, hey, there's an afterlife, right? You die, and then your soul lives on, right? Why not a little therapy? I mean, if you really think about it, what's therapy for? Your arm, your knee, the flesh, the blood? No.
Your soul.
It's for your soul.
Yeah.
It really is, for your psyche. And that lives on. So why not a little... And what's the trauma of dying going to be like? Surely that's going to require a little therapy. I mean, if you really think about it, my dad missed a couple of football games. I'm in therapy, but imagine being dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's heavy duty.
Bring up a few issues.
What do you think your main issue is, Adam? So being dead?
Oh, and for you, think of the implications. You think having a splint on your wrist is a big deal. Imagine being dead.
Doc, I tried to get at my junk. My hand went right through my penis. I got a ghost hand. Uh-huh. Who you angry at? The guy who was driving the bus. That's who I'm most angry at right now, Doctor. That'd be good. And then I'd have to assign somebody to make sure that he was showing up.
Right. Yeah, you have to video it, have an attorney review it, and get your money back if he doesn't behave properly.
Well, it would be passed on to the estate.
Yeah.
I wonder, but he might have difficulty going out to the cemetery. What if I was cremated and I just put the urn in the office?
Ooh, just talk right to it. Yeah.
Have like my grieving widow bring the urn over for 50 minutes.
Oh, God. You are so sick.
I'm just saying, if there's a life after death, and a lot of people think there is, you're gonna need therapy.
Hey, I was just looking at the clock here. It was 10:33:33.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow's 9:99.
All right, true.
They're making a big deal out of it.
On MTV or just in general?
No, and the computers are going to fail. So they're trying to make a deal out of it. I thought to myself, in my lifetime, I've been through 6666.
Right.
7777, 8888. Nobody mentioned it. Those went by without it. And suddenly it's
There's a little more hubbub surrounding the
numbers.
9999.
Just numbers. Because the 00 coming, I think people are kind of anxious about numbers.
Listen, I could care less about this Y2K BS. I don't think for a second about it. Dave,
Yeah,
you're 18.
yeah. First of all, I was at the UCLA game. I left third quarter.
The Boise State game?
Yeah.
Are you calling from Idaho?
No, I live in Long Beach, but my dad went to UCLA, so I got season tickets.
Oh, that's right. It's the Rose Bowl this year.
Yeah. It was horrible.
All right, what's going on there, Dave?
Anyways, all right, here's my deal. I'm 18. I'm HIV positive. I have been for pretty much most of my life.
How'd you get it?
Hemophiliac.
Wow.
Yeah. So, well, the best they figure is I got it when I was 3 years old.
Congratulations, though. You're still with us and seem like you're doing okay. Everything all right?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I mean, I have lost my cousin and uncle, but that was a while ago.
That was before they had more effective treatments?
Yeah.
Were they hemophiliacs too?
Yeah.
That just runs in the family?
Yeah, it's passed through the mother's side.
Are you on a cocktail, triple therapy?
Yeah, I'm on the whole triple therapy cocktail.
How are your viral loads doing?
It's been undetectable for about 2.5, 3 years.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, so it's looking pretty good.
It's pretty awesome because, if you get AIDS or if you're HIV positive and you do it now, in the last year or so, that's one thing. But you've been HIV positive for, 15, 16, whatever years?
It's about 15 years.
About 15 years.
Yeah.
And so the problem is a lot of people, there's damage done before the new technology.
Right.
Right?
Right.
How come that didn't happen to Dave?
For me, actually, because of the hemophilia, they had been testing me, and when my T cells dropped,
They got right on it.
they put me on medication
Yeah.
beginning, so it's probably what saved my life.
But they were still putting you on medication from 1985.
Yeah, but those
No, they didn't actually put me on medication until 91.
Really?
Yeah.
Just when his T cells start dropping.
My T cells
That's when the
dropped
T
until
cells are
91.
dropping.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you have no viral load.
No.
Well, that's great.
That's huge.
But here's my question. I just graduated from high school. I'm going to college next year.
Where are you going?
UC Santa Barbara.
Oh, the Gauchos.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll get laid for sure. Well, I mean, is that what your next question was?
No, not exactly. Here's what it is. Actually, for graduation, I gave a speech concerning my whole situation because I was just kind of tired of living with this whole secret.
Oh, nobody knew about it. Wow.
Actually, about only my closest friends did.
That is incredible.
Oh, my God. I'm so glad I wasn't there. I get very uncomfortable during those sort of
Hey, I got a
truthful
video if you
expressions. What's that?
I got a video if you want it.
How is it that you were able to give a speech?
You know what? It was the fact that I was pretty much just fed up.
I know, but everyone doesn't get to make a speech on graduation, do they?
When I submitted mine, they kind of just let me.
So you just went up there and made a speech?
Yeah. It was actually not a graduation. It was a baccalaureate. So
What's that, Drew?
Award ceremony, right?
yeah, it's kind of the religious thing before, but it's not really religious anymore.
Right.
Oh, is that prep school or something?
No, it's a public school actually.
They got baccalaureate at all right.
Yeah.
I don't know any.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you got up there
And yeah, and the thing was,
what'd you say?
I said, my life, I've pretty much learned that, especially through all the situation I've been through, that you can't count on tomorrows. It was pretty much a live for today speech.
Yeah.
And I just told them what my situation was and what I've learned from it.
And you get a thunderous applause?
Yeah, that was the most surprising part. That was like, as soon as I said, thank you, everybody in the whole gym stood up.
Hold on a second. I got to make a note, Drew, for our next college gig. I'm going to deliver the living with HIV
Dave,
speech.
Maybe you could fax it over here.
I'll improvise. Okay. You back me up, though.
Oh, yeah.
Don't make an ass out of me up there.
I always do.
I know I'm a little husky for an AIDS patient, but bear with me. Okay, so now you're going to...
Yeah, now I'm going to college, and the thing was, this whole summer, it was kind of different that everybody knew, and it really felt good to me.
Yeah.
I didn't have the secret anymore, and what really I'm looking at is I'm going to meet brand new people, and I don't want to go back to the way it was before and wait another 4 years and then give them a speech as I graduate from college.
Yeah.
I kind of want to bring it out, but I'm really not quite sure how I should do that.
Oh, boy. Well, I don't think... Listen.
I think you do it just naturally. You don't make a big point of hi, I'm Dave, I'm HIV positive. Just as you gain friends, and you get a little bit of disclosure about who you are and what you've done and what your issues are in life. That's one.
They have those banners that the plane drags. You ever see those? That's I hear it's like $200. You write whatever you want on there.
People talk about each other. I mean, people that you know would learn who you are and what's going on with you.
Well, here's the thing about college. It's not like high school, and so people tell me. It's big and it's spread out, and you're not going to know anybody. I mean, you're going to have 8 friends out of the 17,000 students that show up to campus every day, you know?
Right.
So you tell your 8 friends, and whoever they tell, but you don't have to worry about anyone else, right?
Yeah.
And I think over at UC Santa Barbara especially, you're going to get a lot of real compassionate PC kind of folks. They're going to end up loving you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're going to get more attention.
Right.
I think that's good. And what about sex? What do you do there?
He didn't ask about that.
I know, but he's got to do that, right?
Self-disclosure. He's got to tell him.
And then put the condom on?
He's going to have some... It's going to be...
He's going to get less poontang than I did.
He should really focus
18.
on getting relationships, and people that stay with him, get involved with him, or know what they're dealing with.
Nikki?
Yes?
You're 21.
Hi.
What's going on?
Well, my question, sometimes it sounds kind of long, but I'll try and make it short. I'm kind of confused because it seems like for most of my teenage life, I feel that I've chosen the wrong guys, I've gone for the wrong guys, and I've always felt it more important to impress every guy first.
You just want to know. You want to know why that is.
You want to?
Yeah.
Well, I want to know why.
All right, hold on.
Let's get rid
Never mind the fact that Adam just starts talking in the middle of your question.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I forgot. We're running a little bit late.
All right, let's go to break.
No, this is no teaser call.
Well, we got to.
I'll settle this up right now.
Where's your dad?
Knock it off.
What?
And everyone's not your daddy.
No.
Yeah, where's your dad?
Actually, they just barely moved. I live with him, though, but he just moved out of state.
Does he love you?
Yeah.
Huh?
We're divorced. My parents are divorced.
Does your dad love you?
Yeah.
Is he good to you?
Pretty good.
Was he out of your life for a while?
Yeah, well, my parents were divorced, and...
Was he out of your life for a while?
Yeah.
Quite a while. Like when you were like 4 or 5?
Well, he traveled a lot.
Was he out of your life or not?
When you were like 4 or 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so now everyone's daddy, and that's what's going on.
Well, okay.
All right.
Well, Nikki, how did I magically know that?
I don't know.
Okay, because you're manifesting the behavior of someone who goes through that kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so
you need to be in power over control, and sort of, it's an issue of empowerment in relation to men to make yourself feel worthy of attraction and to be able to control from somebody so they don't abandon you.
And my boyfriend that's married right now, that has...
Well, he's married because you don't want to get involved. You don't really want to get involved with anybody because should you get involved, they'll leave. So a good way to not actually make yourself vulnerable is get involved with a guy who's not actually available in the first place.
Right.
He's married.
Date married guys who are incarcerated, and guys that are at least 45 years of age. All right, so knock it off. Now you know.
Thank you.
All right. We'll take ourselves a little break. We'll be back.
LoveLine. Be right back in a minute.
Man turns animal for the erotic pleasures of women.
It's LoveLine.
Rhymes with poodle. Or even doodle. So whenever your teacher asked you what rhymes with poodle, you said sheepdog or even wolf. Then when she said, "So Billy, what rhymes with woof?" you said bark. Then when she said, "Oh really? You think that woof rhymes with bark?" you said bark also rhymes with weeping willow. Next thing you know, your mom, dad, and reading teacher are stopping you all day long to ask you if kitten rhymed with mitten or cat. Which is why, if you hate being put on the spot as much as I do, you'll be happy to know that with the right help, most kids with learning disabilities can go on to do well in school.
Call now 1-888-478-MIND to find out what you can do to help your child. Coordinated campaign for learning disabilities. There's no reason to be held back. This message has been brought to you by the Ad Council.
LoveLine.
Do we need to continue our dietary discussion? You can log on to drdrew.com next week when we go live. We will have a dietitian there.
You will?
Yep. We have a dietitian. She's writing articles, and she will be there.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The man show's on tonight.
Oh.
I'm 20 minutes into it. I got to start prioritizing. Ann. Where's Ann? Ann's not in there. Hey, turn the man show on in there, would you? Let's see which one's going. Oh, it's on there. Well, what do you know? I was wondering why everyone was sitting there stone-faced. All right, hey, the man show tonight, everyone. Catch the last 11 minutes.
Which one is it?
It's a good one.
Which one is it?
It's the extra funny one tonight. The extra fun-delicious episode.
When's the one that I do my cameo on? Or should I say I have my big break, as you put it?
That must be the... what are they laughing at?
The big break.
Drew's big break? Yeah, we gave him a huge rectal thermometer, told him to run at a guy, and then a snake shot out of his ass. That's good comedy. I don't know when yours airs.
Okay.
I'll find that out. It may be in next season. I don't know. But anyway, Man Show, Comedy Central tonight at 10:30. What time is it now? Jesus Christ. Drew, who promotes our crap less than us? Anybody?
And whenever we do actually promote our crap,
we do a poor job.
It just doesn't feel right.
No, it doesn't feel right, but I forget when the stuff's on. That's my problem. Amanda.
Yeah.
You're 15.
Yes, sir.
You got an ingrown hair in your pubic area?
Well, yeah, that's what it started off as. And, all right, I was treated for scabies a couple months ago. And, I don't think they fully went away because, the doctor told me that if all the marks that I had didn't go away, then I'd have to be treated a second time.
Were they around your wrist and ankles, that sort of thing, waist?
They're just all over my body.
Oh.
That's how they were. I mean, in my breast, it got so bad around my nipple area.
All right, hold on. I'm going to masturbate. Jesus. They got so bad around your nipple area that what?
It looked like ringworm in a way, but, the doctor took a look at it and she's like, oh, well, that's just what it is,
Scabies are little boring critters, Drew, that bore into your skin.
Yeah, but they typically are around the ankles, wrists, and belt line. So the diffuse distribution kind of...
What does that mean?
The fact that it's everywhere, it doesn't really necessarily imply scabies. But, so what's happening now?
Well, anyways, now the little, I don't know, a knot or a ulcer or ingrown hair, whatever you want to call it, it started off as an ingrown hair, and it, just won't go away, and it drives me nuts, and, I can pop it like a zit, every day, and,
This is on her pubic area.
Is it down in your groin?
Huh?
Is it in the groin, where your leg meets your torso?
No, it's, right at the top.
Of the pubic area?
Yeah, and, it's not painful or nothing.
Yeah, you need to get this chick down, Amanda. Are you sexually active?
Yes, sir.
Amanda,
this could be a lot of different things.
Amanda, I haven't recommended this in a while, but you need a dipping.
Oh, what?
A dipping. You just need to be dipped.
Are you having any vaginal discharge or anything like that?
No.
Who are you having sex with at 15?
Huh?
Who are you having sex with?
My boyfriend.
All right.
Does he got anything going on?
Just a hair lip?
And how much pus comes out of this thing?
Oh, not much. I mean, it ain't pus. It's well, I don't know.
Okay. Well, if it's a little hard thing, it could be something called molluscum contagiosum.
Huh?
If it's pus, there are multiple sexually transmitted diseases that can do this. There's something called lymphogranuloma venereum. There are other disorders that are quite serious, and they need to be checked out. It may be just a plain old carbuncle, but it needs to be seen, Amanda. And your rash hasn't gone away, right?
Right.
I'm actually worried about syphilis, frankly. Although that'd be pretty rare. Yeah, this is all treatable. But
hey, Amanda.
Well, I mean, I'll be
All right,
honest.
hold on. Yeah, be honest.
I had multiple sexual partners when I was younger.
Yeah.
I mean, to be totally honest about it, I was molested by 2 of my cousins when I was between ages like 5 and 7.
Yeah.
And, I grew up thinking, all right, well, that's how you express love, and like,
Yeah.
I just went from like one guy to the next, and
Oh boy.
You got to see a gynecologist.
Hey, Amanda.
Yes?
Are you using birth control?
Nope, not right now, sir.
Okay, hold on a second.
Attention, tards.
First off, when I picture Amanda's 15, I'm picturing like a French whore from the 1700s, in her mid 40s.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I got this, I got that. I'm passed around from here to there. Oh, I swear to God, I want to kill parents. You know what I mean? This is 15. This is goddamn 15 years old. Cousins getting a hold of her at 5 and 6. It's. I want the death sentence for these guys.
Yes.
Because it's a death
to
the person. It's a death. I mean, they're alive, but it's a death.
Yeah.
In many, many ways. It really is.
Until there are some very stern consequences, this thing ain't stopping.
Hey, Amanda.
Yes?
Listen to me. Please, I know you've been through a lot, but you're really in the devil's triangle here. You're in very dangerous waters. And you're going to get pregnant. You're going to get venereal diseases you can't get rid of. You're going to get a lot of things. And life's going to suck, okay? And you really have to use birth control.
Please.
You really have to do it, Amanda. You're going to ruin your life, and you're going to ruin a few lives around you, and then you'll ruin the kid's life, too. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Would you? How old's your boyfriend?
He is going to be 19 October 27th.
Jeez, I don't know the birth date of mine. You know what? He's 19. You're 15. Oh.
Well, I've been with older men since...
I know you have.
Doubt. We have no doubt.
Have you?
It's kind of, I guess it's like what you call typical.
I know. Where are your cousins? Are they still around?
Yeah, they're still active in my life. I mean, I didn't know that they'd done these things to me until I had come real close with my friend's mother. She's a psychic, and she broke down in tears when I guess whatever she did, and she saw it, and she told me, and I'm just like, there's no way. And then like automatically I started remembering the things that they've done to me.
Yeah. Hey, Amanda, listen, I know you're 15 and your brain's only so big and there's only so much room in it, and it's filled with a lot of reruns of the Dukes of Hazzard, but I swear to Christ, you cannot get pregnant. You have to use birth control. And if I had any power at all, I would immediately arrest your boyfriend.
Why?
And I would force Norplant into you. or just quarantine you. I mean, I would intern you like the Japanese during World War II. I'd make camps for people like you. I'm sorry what happened to you. I really am. But now you're 15, you're sexually active, you're acting like an adult, you have to take some responsibility.
Oh, I know. That's what I just...
You're not, though. You're not using birth control.
Well, that's what I told him. I told him he was cut off until we both took the responsibility and the respect for ourselves and our relationship to go and start buying condoms and get me birth control.
All right, go do it. But in the meantime,
please do it.
You've got to get seen.
I don't care about the venereal disease. I just don't want her to get pregnant. I'm worried about society.
All right.
Because I've written her off.
All right.
I want to kill those parents.
How about the cousins?
Kill the cousins, kill the parents.
And the parents of the cousins.
I'd also like to kill the psychic mom. And listen, no psychic should be raising kids. It's like, here's psychic mom. Here's one of the psychic mom's greatest breakthroughs. I'm seeing you don't like, I'm seeing you don't like powdered milk. That's right. Look at me. 1 for 1. That's 1,000%. Psychic mom. Hey, write that down. It's a good sitcom. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. You're lucky we got to go to commercial, Drew. But when we come back, I'm going to pound out this psychic mom, and I'm going to have some beats. And I know a lot of Hollywood types listen to the show. So when I come back, I'm going to tell you what psychic mom's going to be like.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Phone number's 1-800-LOVE-191.
We'll be right back. Enter the G spot on your radio dial.
Oh, yeah, right there.
LoveLine on 102.7.
WEBN, Cincinnati.
Hey, it is the Love Line. We will take ourselves just a quick 10-second break, and we'll be back with more of the fabulous show in just 10 seconds.
This is LoveLine on
Radio Station.
All right, hey, yeah. It's a Love Line. I'm Adam Carolla. It's Dr. Drew. I was talking to Drew about carbohydrates during the break, but I did work out some of the beats on Psychic Mom. This is a new sitcom I just hatched. I thought it was, I think it works. First off, Psychic Mom. You're getting a certain amount of viewers, just curiosity
just the
seekers.
name, yeah, sure.
Psychic Mom, you know. Now, here are the beats. It's a sitcom. I see Fox UPN. Something like that. First off, two hot-looking 16-year-old twins. One's real studious, the other's fun-loving. Now, fun, boy crazy.
Okay.
But never whoring.
Right.
You know what I mean? See, we know from this show that when you take a 16-year-old chick who's boy crazy, she's blowing guys. But that's not how it works in the sitcoms. She's just boy crazy. She wears those frisky mini skirts, the midriff sort of Britney Spears type of outfits. Once in a while, the two twins try to swap identities on Mom, like when one gets grounded and the boy crazy one wants to go out on a date or something. But Psychic Mom knows. Now, there's a few other beats here that's good. Dad, oblivious, because we've all learned from the sitcom world, guys are complete idiots. They're boobs. They don't know anything. They somehow go out and just make a lot of money, but then as soon as they get home, they turn into complete idiots. They don't know what's going on, and God forbid they should ever have to cook for themselves. This is a huge lie that is perpetrated by television, by the way, that, when guys, you see the commercials where the woman goes out of town to visit her sickly mother, and the guy tries to make breakfast for the kids, and he lights the kitchen on fire, and he has, like, his foot in a mixing bowl and his hand stuck in the toaster. I cook a hell of a lot better than my girlfriend does, and most guys I know actually cook better than their women do.
Huh.
Some of the women cook okay, but it's a good 50-50 split.
That's interesting.
Guys, I think, all the great chefs in the world are guys, aren't they?
That's true.
And guys could cook better than women. They're just not interested.
Yeah.
They're like busy. But guys do cook, and they certainly barbecue better than women. I don't like that stereotype. But the point is,
my wife cooks.
She does?
Oh, yeah.
You don't?
She can really cook.
Oh, she's listening. So the dad is oblivious to the Psychic Mom. She doesn't know what's going on. Now, here's where it gets good. The dog knows. And her and the dog can kind of communicate. We get like Bobcat Goldthwait.
Let's play the dog?
Do the voice
yes,
of the dog.
Course,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's just there, and, he had a big night the night before, or, a lot of double entendre stuff where he buried the bone and, that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I'm getting somehow nauseated by all this.
The dog and, like, the dad, and they blame the dad for the dad breaks wind and blames the dog, but then we hear the dog's voice talking to Mom, and she gives a knowing nod. And there's all sorts of little scenarios, like the plumber comes in to try to overcharge her. He goes under the sink and just takes a nap for half hour and then comes out and says, you had a bad rotary gasket or something, but she knows because she's Psychic Mom.
Who would pay the Psychic Mom?
Patty Duke. Is she a little old?
Who was Peg in Married with Children? What was her name? Sally?
Peg Bundy.
Peg Bundy.
Yeah. She would play Psychic Mom.
Yeah.
Katie Seagal.
Katie Seagal, there you go.
She would play Psychic Mom.
We met Katie Seagal, that's right.
I used to be Katie Seagal's handyman.
No, I remember she talked about it. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
She was on a TV show.
That's right. Paul?
Hello? She said you were good.
I was a good carpenter. Hell of a lot better than a comedian. Hey, Paul?
Hello?
You're 15.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to know something? Here's my quick carpenter thing. I was a good carpenter and a better carpenter than a comedian. It's just there's a lot of good carpenters out there, and there's not that many good comedians. So, everyone sucks. All right, go ahead, Paul.
right, well, my problem is that, well, the other day, my girlfriend, she gave me a hand job, and I didn't achieve an orgasm after 15 minutes, so I kind of told her that she did her job. And
Was it really 15 minutes straight of a vigorous hand job?
Yeah.
That's really a long period of time if you really think about it.
Well, did you
It's
start
a little inflamed now, but, I mean, she did kind of hurt me a little
Was this your
bit.
first time you've been engaged in that kind of activity with
Yeah.
someone? Yeah. So, again, guys typically first time out, new person, get anxious. They disconnect. They can't quite get things to operate properly.
And listen, if something don't happen after 10 minutes, that's when I pull the plug on the project.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But Paul, seriously. Now, Drew, watch me move my hand here. Give me your finger, seriously. Come on, give me your forearm. Let's be more flat. Seriously, this... You're moving like... Bum, 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 bum. Oh, Drew's fist just had an orgasm, by the way. I mean, moving like that for 15 minutes? No.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Listen,
Okay.
you don't have that energy anymore.
No, you're right. I'm like 1, 2, 3. I give it like a pump action shotgun. And if I don't get a round off in the first, that's it. I'm going home. Wait a minute, I am at home. All right. Anyway, Paul. So she does this for 15 minutes. Nothing happens.
Right.
And then what?
So then I was like, you did it. And she was like, oh, okay. And she was happy, but, obviously it wasn't true.
Yeah, I think she may have known that too, right?
No.
She was happy just to rest.
Yeah, I was like...
Yeah, she had lactic acid build up in her forearm it was the size of Popeye's. So she stopped, and then...
And then that was it. It was over. But I was like, what's going on? Why can't I get an orgasm
because
with my girlfriend?
You're anxious.
Have you had one with her before?
No.
No,
I never had one actually at all.
Oh, ever?
No.
Oh.
Son of a bitch. So, I mean,
jeez.
Can you imagine? I mean, it's like you've never had an orgasm, and the first one you're planning on having is in the presence of a woman.
No, I've tried masturbation, but it doesn't work.
Well, what'd you expect? I mean, if you can't pull it off, pardon the pun, you think she can?
I thought it would be better if there was a girl there.
Well, it makes sense. I should have thought of that. All right. Well, Paul, you may not even be able to do this yet.
Yeah, you're 15. It may not be time.
You may be 6 months off.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
that's all right.
Don't
You're
worry
fine. God bless your girlfriend for 15 minutes. Jesus Christ. That's an eternity. All right, be nice to her, would you?
Sure.
Please.
Okay. I can't believe 15 minutes.
A long time, whatever.
That's a marathon yank. Jared?
Yes, sir.
You're 28.
Oh, yes, I am. I was calling actually to ask Dr. Drew a question regarding something I recently seen on the news and heard on the news.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 28. I'm married. I have 2 daughters. I work 60, 70 hours a week to support them. And I've always been, trying to consider things to basically ensure our financial future.
Mm-hmm.
But recently on the news, I heard of someone that actually auctioned off their kidney and bid going for $5.4 million.
No.
And it made the news, evidently, because it was illegal.
They stopped the bidding at $6 million.
$6 million for a kidney?
Yeah.
And
it was on E-Trade, eBay. It was on eBay.
Yes.
It is illegal in this country, yes, to sell organs.
I wouldn't have thought that a kidney could fetch $6 million.
People are desperate to get organs when they can't. They're waiting for something. They may be dying soon. They don't know if they're going to get the right kidney, the right match.
I didn't know. I guess you hear a lot about livers, and not too much about lungs. But I don't hear. I mean, you hear about people donating kidneys to family members.
There isn't the same kind of frenzy for kidney because you can get it from matched family members. You can also, you got plenty of time with dialysis and whatnot, usually in kidney failure patients.
Yeah.
So it's not the same crunch to get things right when you need it, or else.
So that's why $6 million seems.
Yeah, and I want
real steep
there's
for
some
a kidney.
I think eBay has some weird kind of quirks to it, where when it really comes time to pay up, they all of a sudden
Do
drop the
you
prices.
really think somebody would pony up $6 million?
Yeah.
And furthermore, and by the way, what is wrong with that?
Well,
I don't have a problem with that at all.
That's an interesting question.
Listen, when you have money, you're afforded a safer and better lifestyle. You get to you can have a bodyguard, you get a home security system, you get a car with an airbag in the door and one in the headrest and one in the steering wheel. You know what I mean? There's a certain lifestyle you get to pay for, and you get certain things. To the victors go the spoils, I say.
There is an ethical issue, though, in commoditizing human organs and also creating a middleman, brokers, which is what's happened overseas. These brokers go into towns in this actually was on the news in these Asian countries, and they convinced the men, hey, they're living in shanty towns, that you guys can have thousands of dollars. We'll harvest your kidney, we'll sell it, we'll give you thousands of dollars. Yeah. The middle guy then sells it for $1 million.
All right. Well, the 1,000 is still.
It's a huge deal to them, and it helps their families. But
so be it.
No, it's an interesting question, but I'm not certainly a bioethicist, and I don't know these.
Well, I am a bioethicist, and here's what I wrote: a few papers on this.
I don't know about the nuances of commoditization of human organs. It just seems a little bit troublesome.
Okay, I understand that we have certain difficulties in this country, and to me, a lot of them get they're sort of loosely connected to the Bible. We get a little bit weird about a few things that sound weird. That's what all this morning after BS is. People making a big stink about a pill that basically stops an egg from implanting on the uterus.
It doesn't do that. It stops the egg from being released.
Stops from being released. Would you shut up when I'm on a roll
go ahead.
with your details? The point is that's religious based. Whether you believe it or not, that's what that is. If you're living in an atheist society, they go, hey, whatever makes sense, go do it. Now, this whole kidney and organ and the harvesting and the selling, it all gets down to that. He's playing God. You can't play God. What's wrong with playing God every once in a while? If God would play God more often, we wouldn't have to play God so often, right, Drew?
Okay.
Here's my point. Forget about this. Everyone's playing God all the time. We do it. We defy technology all the time. We got skyscrapers and jet airplanes, and we're going to the moon. And forget about God for a minute. You need a kidney. You got money. You should be able to buy a kidney. What the hell difference does it make? It's like anything else. And how come there's not a push for this? People donating organs.
Well, when it comes to healthcare, we have a weird thing about everybody having access to the same right to the same quality of care and whatnot.
Listen,
it's sort of been the trend the last 30 years.
Yeah, I don't like it. You can't afford. Why? You can't afford the same food. You can't afford the same car, the same safety. You can't afford any of the other same stuff. Why not just give them this one? Who cares? If you can pay for it, you should be able to buy it. Someone wants to. You don't need 2 kidneys, do you?
Nope.
You sell one. Will you function exactly the same?
Yeah.
You can drink as much, whatever, and exercise as much, whatever?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Get rid of mine now. Who wants to buy my kidney?
Call eBay.
Okay, $5 million. It's too much. Listen, everyone should have those little donor stickers on their licenses.
Oh, yes.
They really should. You really should. And then here's another freaky religious thing. A lot of you screwball religious nut jobs out there think you got to be buried whole, or there's some sort of nonsense in whatever retarded form of religion you personally, you and your retarded family subscribe to. It's ridiculous. Here's religion, you idiots. You die, you give your heart to some 15-year-old that's going to die. That's religion. Do you understand? That's the essence of religion. Not I'm dying and you're dying too. Idiots. Aaron.
Yeah?
You're 15.
Yeah. Hey, great show. I watched The Man Show.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, we didn't see any of that tonight.
I forgot to say.
Very funny show.
Oh, it's good. What happened on it?
Well, I watched it tonight. I've been on the phone trying to
you didn't
get on LoveLine.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
Trying to get on LoveLine.
Oh, okay.
I thought he said he watched it.
Okay, forget it. Listen, I've done too much talking. You go ahead.
Okay, well, basically, a couple of weeks ago, I got nailed in the junk, and, it didn't really, obviously it hurt then, but it didn't really do anything bad, past that to my genitals. I didn't, piss blood. I've heard of that a lot, and that didn't happen. But recently, whenever I ejaculate, it hurts. it's kind of like a burning feeling.
How long ago did this happen?
It was about a week or two ago.
Did your testes swell at all?
Oh, yeah. They're all black and blue.
But is it still swollen?
No, it's gone down.
Well, I would see a doctor about this, Aaron. It's probably okay, but boy, again, there's all sorts of things that can happen. You can rupture the testis, you can twist it and cut off its blood supply. You can form cysts. You can tear some of the tubular system that's responsible to get the sperm out of there and up to where it belongs. Just a lot can go on.
Hey,
it needs to be checked out.
When you get kicked in the testy, does sperm squirt out of your penis?
No.
It's not like stepping on a toothpaste container?
No. Testes not where the sperm sits. Sperm. By the way, sperm. Listen. The stuff that comes out is sitting behind your prostate in the seminal vesicles.
Really?
Yeah, it just gets combined with sperm.
Okay, the semen.
Yeah.
That's sitting in your ass.
Yeah.
I got an extra portion in there from last night. Turk said he was going to pull out. He never did. Oh, okay. So there's a little anal sex joke there, Drew. You don't know what I'm talking about?
Turk?
That's my gay partner's name.
I thought it was Jimmy.
It's Jimmy, but I call him Turk.
Okay, I understand that.
Please. The temerity.
Joe.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, got kind of a high schoolish problem here. I'm 27 years old. I was seeing this gal. She has a really good friend who happens to be completely insecure with herself, her relationship, and everything else.
How old is this girl?
She's 28.
Both of them are 28.
Actually, no. Her friend is about 23, and she is 28.
All right.
So, little age difference there. You guys always mention that. I mean, that's a big 5 years there.
Yep.
That's huge 5 years in terms of just maturity and everything else. But having said that, I was talking to this girl this weekend, her friend, and for the first time, her and I were getting along reasonably well because I don't really care for her a whole lot. But by any means, the next day, she tells her friend that I basically was commenting on her body parts, that I was basically hitting on her, which is completely untrue.
Yeah.
Another friend of mine that was out that night asked her, what the status of our relationship was. I mean, we're not mutually exclusive. We've talked about this. If she were to meet somebody else, I mean, that's fine with me. I just, basically just want her happy. And so she's kind of putting all these things together, and she kind of just really doesn't believe that I didn't talk to her friend about these things.
Okay.
And it's really driving me nuts because I absolutely did not. And
all right, listen, Joe.
Yeah.
We're only sort of semi-interested in this question. I got to be honest with you. You got some goofball chick you got this open relationship with. If she meets someone better, she can have at it. You got this bitchy friend of hers that's telling her a bunch of crap that you didn't do. I don't know. Is it really that important to you that she not think you said that?
Well, I mean, it's kind of my honor here, I mean, she's a good friend of mine, and I basically just don't want her...
Well, which one's a good friend of yours? Your girlfriend?
Well, yeah, the other one I could care less about.
All right, but why do you have this thing where if she meets somebody who she likes, she should go out with him?
Because she kind of lives out of town, and I go there quite a bit, and I'm eventually going to be moving back there. So...
Okay. Well, why don't you... And you've told her you didn't say these things?
Yeah, of course I did.
And does she believe you?
She knows how I feel about her friend.
The opening volley here was this is sort of a high schoolish thing.
Exactly.
I could not agree more strongly.
All right.
Here's my real question.
Please get to it. Because you're 27 and they're 28?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is this, Dawson's Creek?
Exactly.
Jesus Christ.
Well, listen to this. I mean, I have a lot of friends, and I talk to a lot of people, and she gets pretty jealous about it. I mean, do I waste my time with this person?
No.
And
vice versa.
Yeah, Joe.
Forget about it.
Stop trying to be perfect for her. Okay, wait. She has told you that you're great, you're wonderful, you're the best. Nobody's ever been like you, right?
No, she hasn't gone so far to say that.
You're perfect. You're a nice guy, and everybody else
told me I'm a nice guy. Yeah.
Everybody else has always screwed her over, right?
She was married for a while.
Everybody else always screwed her over, and you're the guy that you're going to prove that guys are okay.
Well, no, it's not my intention to prove that guys are okay. Right. That's not really it. It's just I want to stay friends with this person.
Why?
grew up together. I mean, she's just a good person.
All right. Well, if you want to stay friends with her, you tell her the truth, and then it's the ball's in her court. If she does not believe you, and listen, I don't know how any of this ass works because, to the best of my knowledge, I've never had anyone say anything about me that I didn't actually say.
You wouldn't dance on this one.
No,
he's engaged in a dance with her.
Yeah, I just say,
step off the
listen,
dance floor.
your friend's a bitch. I have no idea what she's talking about, and get over it.
Yeah.
And people, listen, everybody, if you really didn't do something, you can be very convincing about it. They will believe you.
Yeah.
I never understand that part of life where people don't believe people. I can get people to believe me even when I'm lying, but when I have the truth on my side, which is very rare, that's it.
You're really compelling.
Yeah, that's why I always know everyone's guilty. Unlike OJ's up there talking about the reason I failed the lie detector test. All this is nonsense. Just think about any of this stuff for a second. Imagine, Drew, sit back down again and stop paging. We'll take a break for a second. But all these criminals, all this song and dance, all this nonsense, all these allegations.
Yeah.
Think about someone accuses you of killing your wife.
Yeah.
Although if your wife was killed, I think they'd come after me. But
yeah,
they accuse you of killing your wife with a knife and some other strange guy. And here's where you were while she was being killed. You were taking a shower at your house. Could there be a podium big enough and enough microphones for you to yell into those microphones and say, listen, I'm an open book. Someone go get a lie detector right now. I'm waiting. Bring it on. Bring me a polygraph. Let's go. And I'm suing everyone, by the way, for this defamation of character.
Yeah.
No, you don't huddle with your lawyers and have no comment. Just think about the way you'd react, really, everybody.
Please.
Okay. Glad we revisited that whole OJ thing. All right, Drew, where are you going?
Phone.
Okay, we'll take a break.
Attention listeners, the rest of the world has just gotten a whole lot smaller. Introducing Big Kenny. Big Kenny. Ask your local radio station for candy-colored glasses. Pick up his extra-large debut album in stores October 5th.
LoveLine will be right back. LoveLine will be right back.
Oh, yeah, right there. It's LoveLine on WEBN.
Hey there. Hi there. Oh, there. It is LoveLine. I'm Adam. That is Drew. And we're going to hop back on these phones. Yeah? Okay. Eddie?
Yeah?
You're 15?
No, I'm 14.
14.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my problem is I think I'm like a sex addict or something.
Why?
Why? Well, I don't know. I've been having sex a lot, right? And it's been with one person right now. Like, it's been one person for about a few weeks, right?
Uh-huh.
But I lost my virginity when I was like 13.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I don't know. It's become less and it's become weird. Like, that's all I can think about.
Were you sexually abused when you were younger?
No, I wasn't.
Were you physically abused?
No, I had one little problem, but I don't think it's that important.
What's that?
It's, I didn't really have a dad. Like, I had a dad, but he was my stepdad. He, like, paid all his attention to my brothers, you know?
Yeah. Not that big a deal.
It's important, but
I don't think it's too big of a
it's important, but it usually doesn't cause this sort of thing.
You into any drugs? Booze? Anything like that?
I was drinking for a while.
What happened? Stopped?
Well, I stopped after, it's kind of a funny story. I passed out at my friend's house.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up, and his mom's boyfriend came at me with a baseball bat.
Yeah, it is. That's funny. And, that's a good one. And did he hit you?
He almost hit me. He was like, "What are you doing here?" You know? And I got scared. I didn't even know.
All right. So you stopped drinking?
Yeah.
That's good.
I think I must be some kind of alcoholic because my grandfather was. Or
Well, you might have that. Maybe that's where the sexual addiction is getting going. You've just got some heavy feelings flying around. and you're managing them with these escape mechanisms, alcohol, sex, is a good way to feel better in the moment and escape some unpleasant feelings and cope with them.
I'm going to start drinking again tonight, by the way.
I figured.
White wine now, Drew informs me. It's a better vintage.
But Eddie, slow down a little bit. You got a lot of stuff going on here. Having sex at 14. Come on, just take it easy. Don't be afraid of those feelings.
I may have been a sex addict at 14 too. I just never
consummated.
That's like, how was I going to figure it out? It was like I could have been an alcoholic, but if I was on an island somewhere with no liquor store, how would you know?
Just incipient.
Melissa,
Yeah.
you're 18.
Yes.
What's your problem?
Okay, like, me and my boyfriend have had sex, like, 5 times. But, like, 3 times, like, out of it, like, 30 seconds after, like, we have sex, like, he comes.
All right. Well, let's be fair to him, though. That's a minute and a half. I mean, when you combine the 3,
I know, but,
that's
like...
fairly substantial.
But then, like, the other times, like, he comes, like, right after he puts the condom on. So it's, like, sometimes we can't even.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't, like, why, like, I don't know. What, like, can we do about it?
Yeah. And then what happens when he does that?
He just, like, turns away. He gets embarrassed.
And then what?
That's it. It's over.
Well, I mean, does he get dressed?
Yeah.
And you get dressed?
Yeah.
And do you go home?
No. Like, we still hang out.
But that's it?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
And he is?
He's 18, too.
Mm-hmm. And are you his first partner?
No. I'm his second.
And has he had this problem before?
I don't know. I haven't asked.
What's your history?
Me, I've had 2 other partners.
Yeah. And it wasn't like this, huh? Yeah. Poor son of a bitch going to kill himself. And you want to figure out, are you exceptionally attractive?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know what to do.
Are you conceited?
Am I what?
Conceited?
No.
No. But you are exceptionally attractive?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you can say that.
No, I know, but you're not.
She's just stating reality.
Yeah.
Stating fact.
Yeah.
What do you look like?
I have brown hair, brown eyes. I don't know. Normal person.
How do you look in a bathing suit? That's the big question.
My friends tell me I look good.
All right.
Like my guy friends.
Well, maybe he's just a little too excited.
Really?
Yeah. I just let one go. just you describing, 18-year-old describing herself's enough for me, just over the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Can he, do you think he can remove a bullet from the chambers, we like to say, before sex? Let's say half hour beforehand, sort of.
Or even in this case, the Corolla therapy.
The poster of the Hey Vern guy on top of the bed?
The regular cleaning.
Maybe he needs to be on a regular program.
Really?
I think, Melissa, here's the deal.
Okay.
You need to talk to him.
Say what?
You need to say, listen, it's okay, but let's solve this. Where is he now? Let me talk to him.
No way.
I'll straighten him right out. He'll never have this problem again. Now, do you like him?
Yeah.
Do you guys do any oral sex?
Yeah.
Does he do that to you?
Same thing.
Huh?
It's the same thing, like a minute later.
Wow. And I swear I'm envious of these guys. I really am. And because these guys are the guys who can have like sex in elevators.
Yeah.
They can have sex during an eclipse or blackout or something. The moon just travels in front of the sun. It's like pow.
Theoretically, the humans almost be evolving in that direction, right? They'd be the ones most apt to conceive.
Well,
they'll have a crack at it, so to speak.
If you think about, wait a minute, what the hell is an eclipse? You got the sun, the Earth passes in front of the. Wait a minute.
The moon casts a shadow or something. Yeah.
All I could tell was, the big excitement with the eclipse is, hey, we got this piece of paper and we're poking a hole in it, and then it shines a reflection on this other piece of paper. Now you don't want to look up, but you can look down on this piece of paper and you get to see the very elusive round shadow thing. Oh, okay, that's great. I go right home about that one. How about I just hold my goddamn finger up over it and look at the shadow? Wouldn't that be more impressive? All right, so Melissa, you have to have a conversation with this guy, and he's got to get, he's got to relax in front of you, and he should be compensating with the oral sex on you.
Yeah.
Is he doing that?
Yeah.
He is? For how long?
Just like a month.
No, I mean in one sitting, as it were.
Like a couple minutes.
Couple minutes.
Yeah.
Where's this guy going? What is he, a short order cook at like it's like Benihana or something?
No, he doesn't do anything.
I tell this guy to relax a little bit. Okay, he needs to masturbate 20 minutes, a half hour before you have sex. What a mess. Well, here's what it is. The guy's nervous, then he shoots his load, then he's embarrassed, and then he just kind of wants to get out of there.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to deal with it. But listen, all you guys out there who have this problem, and I know a fair amount of our listeners do, all will be forgiven with copious amounts of oral sex. Just make it up orally. You know what I mean? It's like you broke your hand, you take the oral exam. Right, Drew?
Oral exam. As you say, Adam.
Jenna?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, my parents were both 15 when they had me, and they both have drug addiction problems.
Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
By the way, thank you for stating all the necessary history right up front.
Yeah, we usually got to wring it out of you.
I'm not really done, though.
Okay.
My dad, off and on from the time I was 8 till I was like 11,
sexually abused you.
penetrated me with a knife.
With a knife?
Yeah.
Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
Why? What was that about?
I don't really know.
Was he he must have been loaded when he did it.
He has a heroin addiction.
Yeah.
He vaginally penetrated you with a knife. I'm getting the blade. I know it sounds stupid, but
yeah.
Talking about the blade end of the knife?
Yeah.
What kind of knife?
Like a kitchen knife, a pretty big.
I mean, like a big, was it like a serrated knife?
Yeah.
Was he trying to kill you?
I don't know.
How did he get you to hold still enough to do that?
I'm pretty small, and he's a lot bigger.
Well, he was.
So he scared the crap out of you.
You were what, from age, what did you say, 5 to?
8.
8 to 11.
Okay.
8 to 11. And, okay, so what happened to you because of this?
Well, he took off when I was 11, and my mom, who also has a substance abuse problem, thought that he was screwing up raising me, and she was kind of right. So she turned me over to DSS.
Well, maybe the stabbing in the vagina with the kitchen knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, although, let's not make any snap judgments. But yeah, that would be one. That would be what you call a strike against him.
Yeah.
So your mom had some good instincts about that.
And so I've been in foster care since then. And things are a lot better, but I've been having irregular periods, and I wanted to go to the gynecologist about that. But I wanted to know if there would be, like, evidence of abuse there, and if
there might be.
Sees that, does she or have to report it?
Well, she might. Well, it hasn't been reported?
No.
Why don't you want it reported?
Because I don't really want my foster mom to know, because I feel like she might not keep me if she finds that I have more problems than already the abusive.
I bet she would.
I can't imagine that somehow that particular action would cause her to give you up.
Well, it's kind of repulsive.
Well, but
no,
Jenna, foster mom, I think, would be much more concerned about your behavior in the present. And if you're manageable now and you're cooperative with your foster mom and you're doing okay in school, I mean, this is going to be something they're going to want to help you with.
Also, wouldn't your foster mom be the kind of person that would be sort of empathic, sort of caring, and sort of open?
I mean, this kind of thing, maybe.
She's the kind of person
she knows
who
the history you've been through.
Gets involved with this kind of thing. But be that as it may, did he cut you? Did he wound you?
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that. I mean, I bled. I just don't know if there would be scarring or something.
It's hard to know, Jenna. It's hard to know. There might be.
But Jenna, was it the kind of wounds that required, stitches or, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was pretty serious. I would bleed for a long time afterwards.
It's hard to even imagine what he did.
I'm trying to...
What made him stop? What made him start? How he get...
Yeah, but I know. What I'm trying to get out of you, Jenna, is...
How bad was the wound?
I mean, listen, when I was, 10, I've stubbed my toe, and when I was 10, I ran through a sheet of plate glass at a Vandy Camps, and one of them required some surgery, and the other one required Bactine, but there's a difference. You know what I mean? Can you tell us which one it was?
I was never treated for anything, but I would say that it would be closer than a plate of glass.
Do you see anything? Do you see anything on yourself?
No.
But you think it'd be inside of you?
Yeah.
How did you survive this, even?
Don't you... Yeah.
How would he know when to stop without killing you?
I don't know.
Oh, boy. Okay, so now... Are you
sure it was a knife? Are you sure you weren't maybe misinterpreting what was going on? Or?
Mm-mm. I'm sure.
Do you have... What about...
I understand how you get a knife in without stabbing.
There's a hole here somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not...
A missing piece.
There's a missing piece, sorry. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Mm-mm.
Oh, good. And your mom and dad, you don't have any more contact with them?
Mm-mm.
But your dad should really be...
Tracked down.
He should be put in jail.
Or I think you say put down.
Oh, put down, yes. Well, track down and then put down. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's too bad that he's not. It really is. But listen, your foster parents, I'm sure, love you, and you should go to the gynecologist,
Yeah,
and you
gotta
should
get the
do
care
all
you
that
need,
stuff.
Don't worry about
and
what
just
they
don't
see and don't see. You got to get your care, okay?
You were a victim.
Please.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. It'll be fine. You'll get right over that, I'm sure. Yeah.
What kind of country do we live in? Seriously.
It ain't Canada, baby. Although that's where I'm moving. As soon as I can.
Tonight?
Tomorrow morning.
Right.
I can't get a red eye out this late. But, Drew, what is... Start heading north? Yeah, we'd probably...
It'll take about 3 days.
No. You can get out there faster than that. We go through Seattle and stuff, I think... well, you can get to Frisco in...
a day.
Well, you can get to Frisco in
5 hours,
Well, not 5. You're hopping all over the place. I think you get Frisco about 6.5, 7 hours here, right?
Yeah.
And then from Frisco, you going to Oregon.
That's a long way.
DC, not DC, but Washington, state of Washington. Yeah, let's check a map. I think 2 days. 2 days.
Yeah.
All right, we could do it. And the way we drive, Drew.
That's what I'm saying.
2 hours. So she couldn't have been stabbed with a knife that way. I mean, he could have, and this is the only thing I can think of is he was freak out drug addict, and he held her down and sort of tortured her or experimented with her. I don't think he was stabbing her with it, but
and she may have thought at age 8 that it was a knife or something.
Even then, I wouldn't forgive and forget.
Oh no.
Okay, we'll take a break.
This is LoveLine.
LoveLine will be right back.
It's not hard to swallow. We've got a frog in our throat.
Lick it up.
It's LoveLine.
WEBN.
Nate, LoveLine.
Yeah, we figured out their last caller probably was not stabbed. Probably she was 8 years old, and he probably used some object, made her feel like she was being stabbed. And then when she bled afterwards, she assumed, he stabbed me. And, of course, an 8-year-old would believe when an adult sticks something in them.
If you think about it, if you're 8 or 9 years old, some guy's holding you down and putting something in you.
And it feels like you're
and it's very painful, whether it's his finger, his penis, or a cigar or a popsicle stick. If there's pain involved and you're being held down screaming, it's gonna feel as if you're being stabbed. But we were talking about during the commercial break that we just couldn't figure out how this guy was putting a knife in her with her flailing about and not
going
essentially
through her.
killing her, gutting her. So either way, though, still
Awful.
Still not
Yeah.
great parenting. He's no Bill Cosby, this chap. I'll tell you that right now. Brian,
Yeah.
you're 27.
Yes.
What's going on?
Well, I just caught my wife having an affair on me.
How'd you do that?
Well, I kind of had an idea what was going on, so
Why'd you have the idea?
she's coming home later from work, and she would call and say, I'm staying after from work. And so I would call up there and say, hey, can you stop and pick up a gallon of milk or on your way home or do whatever, and she wouldn't be there.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally got the idea, well, something's going on here.
Right.
So I went out to her work before she got off and then followed her home. Well, she didn't end up at home.
Uh-huh.
She ended up at this other guy's house.
Oh, geez, your heart must have been beating like a rabbit.
Oh, not even that.
How did you follow her without her knowing?
Well, she had no idea I was there in the first place.
Right, but she'd recognize your car, wouldn't she?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she would. I just stayed back.
Yeah, chicks are dumb that way. I'd see the car. I'd
I
go.
stayed back, and
I always circle work twice before I leave, by the way. Drew, have you seen me do that?
Yeah.
but I was smart. I mean, I brought a camera with me, and nothing can be denied.
Video camera?
Huh?
Video?
No, not a video camera, just a regular.
Did she try to deny it at first?
Well, I didn't tell her yet.
Oh.
I didn't tell her I know.
Oh, you want us to tell her?
Oh.
Okay.
I
So,
don't know what to do yet.
all right, well, wait a minute. Let's just get the rest of the story. So you follow her, and she goes to a house.
Yep.
And she stops the car and goes into the house.
Yep.
Then what?
Well, she meets the guy at the door, and the guy comes out, and they kiss. They go inside the house, and then I get out of the car, and I go up to the house. I look in the window, and you know what I see him doing in the front living room floor.
What? No way.
Yeah.
On the living room floor?
Yep.
Couldn't even make it into the kids' room?
This guy is married and has a 7-month-old baby.
Perfectly normal, perfectly
come
healthy.
On. They walk in the door and then drop in the living room?
Yep.
Where is his wife and his baby?
I don't know where they were at the time. I wasn't about to knock on the door and ask them, you know.
All right.
You took pictures of this?
Huh?
You took pictures?
Yeah, then I stood at the window and I took a couple pictures. And
How did you? You didn't turn a fan on though, did you?
No, I didn't turn the flash on.
Stupid question.
No.
Now, were the drapes open?
Well, the blinds, they were blinds and they were cracked a little bit. So
okay,
there you go.
Very
By the
specific.
way, yeah, good answer.
I wanted my question.
Yeah, because listen, when callers are lying, here's how it goes. Go ask me that same question.
Were the curtains open?
The blinds.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
See, he's sticking with the story. No, that's good. Okay, Brian, do you have kids?
Yes, I do. I got 2 little ones.
Oh my God.
Oh boy. And what's up with your wife? I mean,
no, she's history now, but
well, she may be, but didn't she exhibit some signs before this? You know what I mean?
well, yeah. I mean, we haven't been getting along that well lately, but
Is she chaotic? Is she trouble?
we've been married for 8 years.
Wow.
So it's a long time. It's not.
You've been married for 8 years.
Since they were 19.
But does she come from any kind of chaos, or you just think, hey, she married too young? She's known you since she was 17 or something. And how long has she known you?
Since she was 17, we dated for a year.
Does she come from a troubled past?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, listen,
We both do though.
Okay, but guys just jack off and kill people. They don't cheat necessarily because of the troubled past.
Because your women cheat for a purpose. It's either because you're being an a-hole or not available in the way she needs you to be, or she's acting something out, some emotional stuff.
Well, also though, when you combine, hey, I've been with the same guy for the last 10 years, and I've got some chaos. It's almost inevitable.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what are you going to do?
That's what I want to know. Should I tell this guy's wife?
Look, there are 3 kids' lives involved in all this, and I think that ought to be the focus of everybody's concern.
You're talking about your triplets?
No, I'm talking about his 2 and the other guy's 1.
I see.
And you should.
I've been faithful to her.
Yeah, forget you. We got to think about the kids for a second, Brian. I'm sorry, but that's the way it goes.
Okay.
And I would suggest you try to preserve your marriage. You confront the hell out of this, but you go get some help.
All right. What about?
And I would put him on notice that you know what's going on, and he needs to attend to his affairs too, or you're going to notify his wife.
Well, hold on a second. How does he know if he tends to his affairs?
Look, the point is, he just put him on notice. He needs to get.
Hold on, he is tending to his affair.
He needs to get his S together. It's a point. He needs to be put on notice that his behavior is just way out of line.
Okay, Brian, you're a very big man. You really are. You sound like you got your head screwed on straight. Maybe you ignore your wife a little bit, but you really sound like a pretty level-headed guy.
Thanks.
And I just wonder if this is worth trying to salvage or not. Do you think it is?
2 kids.
I don't think it is big because I think she went way over the boundary there.
Well, it may not be, and you may not be able to forgive her, and you need to make that choice for yourself.
Well,
I would hope on behalf of your kids you could find something.
Well, first off, you're going to get a lot of breakfast in bed and oral sex.
And think of the kind of wolf this guy's going to bring into the house, too, this woman. Yeah. If they separate, think of the kinds of guys she's going to bring in around those kids.
Do you know this guy, by the way?
No,
No. Well, that's good. I mean, this is not a friend of yours. All right. Hey, Brian.
Yes.
Take a deep breath and
don't kill anybody.
Confront your wife and
don't hurt
hide the guns and don't get weird. And, just day by day.
So don't tell him then, or don't tell.
I'd tell her first, and I wouldn't necessarily tell.
I'd put him on notice.
You would? Just send him an anonymous note.
No, call him or see him and say, hey, I know what's up here.
I know everything about him. I know where he lives. I know where he works. I know his phone number. I know everything.
All right. But just tell him then. You don't have to threaten him. You don't have to freak him out. Just tell him you know what's going on, and he better get it together for the sake of his kid. As a matter of fact, I'd work the guilt angle just a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, new kid, my kids. What do you think you're doing?
Right, as opposed to, here's the problem. And when you go, listen, mother effer, I'm gonna ram you next time I see you. Next time I'm driving my El Camino by your house and burning out on your lawn, then he gets pissed at you.
Yeah,
and it completely. There's a lesson to be learned here, and he ain't learning it when he's thinking about kicking your ass now. Right, Drew?
That's right.
Okay, so work the guilt, work the kids, do what Drew would do. Oh, could you imagine? You think Susan would be this composed if she caught you screwing around?
Oh, no. Are you kidding?
She would kick in the door, right? She wouldn't take pictures and go home.
Oh, no.
She'd kick in the door, right?
She'd go get a weapon or something and then kick in the door.
She'd take like a sprinkler key.
Yeah.
She'd bust through the door, and she'd run you through with the sprinkler key.
Yeah.
And then she'd take it like a trash can lid and give the chick the El Kabong. Drew loves the El Kabong. Okay, we'll be back.
Roger, you got yourself the LoveLine. LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. We'll be right back.
Time it is, Drew.
Time for me to race my ass home and go to bed.
And a couple of Tylenol.
Yes, it's Miller time for you, isn't it?
And,
good, Adam.
White wine now, right? Lower in carbohydrates.
That's nice. Well, at least you're moving up the food chain a little bit. That's
What's
good.
rubbing alcohol have in it? A lot
Why
of
don't you stay with
carbohydrates?
mouthwash? That's good.
Yeah.
I won't smell it when you come in either.
Okay. All right. I'll drink that then. So until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been LoveLine. The views expressed on LoveLine are not necessarily those of the staff, the management, or the sponsors of this radio station. And are probably not the views of Westwood One Entertainment. LoveLine is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingle. Now, please listen to this station longer.